Hi everyone. So here we are, the final night where I read chapters from Breathe Through Your Arse. However, can I be honest with you all? The videos you've watched the past few nights, you've seen a version of me. A version of me that was a person I used to be, a person I still am. However, that was a mask. Why am I talking about that? Can I be very honest with you? I didn't want to do those videos. I felt really uncomfortable doing them because I felt I had to put a mask on and show a version of me to be liked, to be accepted. Yes, my book's funny, but my book also shows you the journey of life, not just my story. Maybe it'll be your story. Am I comfortable doing this video tonight? No, because you're seeing the real me. This is who I am. I wrote Breathe Through Your Arse through something quite traumatic that happened this year. And instead of spiraling, I picked up my MacBook and I wrote, and I bled my heart, I bled my soul, I bled everything that I am in these pages. You know, as I said in words, there's gold in grief. There truly is. It's been one of the most difficult challenges my life has ever been. And instead of fallen into dark places, and trust me I have, but I crawled myself back out of that. And in effect, I crawled myself back out through writing these pages in this book. Life isn't easy for everyone. I know this. And my journey doesn't make my journey even more valid than your journey. There were versions of me that I'm so grateful for that have carried me throughout my whole life, where I've masked heartache, where I've masked insecurity, where I've masked rejection, where I've masked codependency, where I've masked everything through humour, where I've masked uncomfortableness through absolute humour. And I'm grateful for that, because my humour is what carried me through life. It's what carries majority of us through life. And in effect, this is a big deal for me, where I've literally bled my heart and soul in these pages, and now I'm sharing it with the world for everybody to read. Why did I do it? I did it for me. And in doing it for me, I recognized I'm also doing it for you. To help, to assist, to make you feel less alone, to make you feel seen, to let you know that you can be seen. Throughout all my bloody life, it's been a challenge. Everything. I can hide in cupboards and still get myself into mischief. I've been through relationships where nobody's seen me for who I truly am. Not up until 4 years ago. where I met beautiful souls that accepted me for all that I am and everything that I am, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. So, this is why I wrote Breathe Through Your Arse. Not for entertainment, although it is quite fucking funny. Not for entertainment, but to help remind you that, yeah, life is shit. Everybody has a shit show of a life in some way or other, and we use masks to get through it, and that's okay. And in writing these pages, I recognised who I truly am, what I'm about, what I represent. So, tomorrow's my birthday. And tomorrow I release the book, the 26th of August, 2025, on my birthday, as a celebration to myself, because I fucking did it. I did it. And there's something so beautiful in that strength that I'm here talking to you now. And for reasons I can't talk about what I've experienced this year thus far, but there will be a day I will, that I can talk about it. And it's been difficult. And it's been a challenge. And in that challenge, I lost one of the most important people in my life. But here I am. I'm still standing. I'm still laughing. I'm still bleeding. I'm still breathing. So, the chapter or chapters I'm going to read for you tonight will show you who I am. Will be a voice, hopefully, for you. Part 1. Finding my voice. The breaking. Sometimes the only way to wake up is to be broken up. Introduction. Why me? There's a question that has followed me like a shadow my entire life. Why me? At 42 years old, I've had what some might call a colourful life. No, I'm not a vlogger. I don't flaunt cash on Instagram or live in a Pinterest perfect estate. I'm a single mum to 2 beautiful girls, and if I've mastered anything, it's survival, trauma, grief, heartbreak. They've all left their fingerprints on every chapter of my life. But this book, it isn't about casting blame or painting villains. It's about truth. Every soul who entered my world, whether they showed up with grace or came in like a wrecking ball, shaped me. Some taught me love, others taught me boundaries, and all of them, in their own way, taught me something. And yet, here I am, writing this during one of the most tragic moments of my life. That question haunts me again. Why me? Why do some people seem to waltz through life untouched by tragedy, while others, people with hearts like open fields, get battered by every storm? I'm tired. Tired of the bullshit. Tired of holding it together. Tired of carrying pain and pretending it's fine. So this book is my unfiltered scream, my whisper into the void, my soul laid bare. Maybe, just maybe, my story will be a balm for yours. Maybe it'll remind you that you are not alone. Because if you're holding this book, chances are you've asked yourself the same question. Why me? Thank you for your curiosity, your beautiful mind, your heart that still loves, even after breaking, your soul that still believes in light. This world can be a brutal place for the brightest lights, but those of us who shine, we're still here, still standing, still burning. And now, so begins the telling of it all. And yeah, I'm crying, and you see my mascara. It's just who I am. There's versions of me, and this is a long video, not too long though. There are versions of me, as I've journeyed through life that, I've tried to be the good partner. I've tried to be the people pleaser. I've tried to, you listen to that word, try. But I never really allowed myself to be me. I shaped myself to be what everybody else wanted me to be. And enough is enough now. For us all. You can truly be who you want to be. Life is far too short to be masking with addictions, to be masking with, looking for things to fill that void. Why do you fill the void? That's something I had to ask myself. And in all honesty, until I looked in that bloody mirror, and trust me, I've had to look in that mirror so many times, and it's uncomfortable seeing yourself there in all your glory, standing naked and proud, and in effect, this is what I'm doing. By launching this book, I'm standing in front of the fucking world. Doesn't matter who reads it. It's out there. Is it the right thing to do? Is it the wrong thing to do? I believe that you do what your heart tells you to do. And for me, my heart told me to do this. Come what may. So, I'm going to read another chapter to you before I bode you well. And if you want to read my story in the hopes, I'm just trying to find the chapter. No, in the hopes, so you can see the magic that you are within yourself, then do it. Chapter 10, Becoming the Swan. I stood in the mirror. I stood in front of the mirror, staring at this new version of me. The geek was gone. The swan had landed. Would I finally be accepted? Deep breath. I strutted into the academy like I might finally belong. Did I? Nope. Instead, I got bullied even more. Hated by the girls. Harassed by the boys. Rumours exploded. She got a boob job. Plastic surgery. She's stealing everyone's boyfriend. It was exhausting. All I wanted was to be accepted. To be left the fuck alone to just be who I was. But apparently that was too much to ask. Because this world, it has a funny way of punishing you for changing. and punishing you even harder for staying the same. I chose to change. I chose to evolve. I chose to look at all the versions of me. And in all of those versions, I just wanted to be seen. And it's funny because right now I'm standing in front of the mirror. And it's scary. Am I going to be seen? Am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be judged? Do you know what? I don't care about that anymore because it's who I am. This is who I am. This is Kerry. Kerry's vulnerable. Kerry's emotional. Kerry has a heart that bleeds for others, that would do absolutely anything for anyone. She masks sadness, grief, heartache, fear with humour. But that's okay too, because it made me who I am. So, more serious video tonight because you needed to see that this is what this book is about. It's about the laughter, but it's also about the tears. And it's about the vulnerability that we all go through in life. The darkness. The dragging yourself out of the holes. The never giving up, even though you have to. You show up for yourself every day and you fucking fight. There's one last thing. This is in the acknowledgements. And this is important. I say this tonight before I sign off and leave it to the world to decide what's going to happen with Breathe Through Your Arse, because literally that's all I've done through my whole life is breathe through my arse. And as we journey through the next 3 books, whenever I get them done, you will see how many times I've had to breathe through my arse, to the point this is why I think I'm obsessed with assholes. And there you go, there's that humour. But that's just who I am. I see the funniness in grief. I see the funniness in many a thing. But I also recognise that everybody needs to see that vulnerability. It's okay to cry, it's okay to be scared, it's okay to put your hand up and say, I'm not okay. So I hope if you choose to read Breathe Through Your Arse, it'll be some sort of medicine for you, that you maybe see versions of you through versions of me. Acknowledgement. This book would not exist without the strength of the woman who raised me, the love of my daughters, and the fire that never let me quit. You are my reason, you are my fight, and I fight for you every time. So if you're out there watching this and you feel like giving up, I reach my hand out to you through this book. Read it. You don't have to, but if you choose to read it, let it reach you in places or spaces you hadn't even thought about. This is why I wrote the book, so people like me would feel less alone as they journey through their own darkness. I bode you well. And one last thing, I fucking did it! So, Breathe Your Arse. Yes, I'm using a background screen because nobody wants to look inside my kitchen. But Breathe Through Your Arse is out. Paperback copy, hardbook copy and the Kindle copy are all being released tomorrow. It's on Amazon. All you need to do is type Breathe Through Your Arse in the search bar and it'll take you straight to the book. Thank you. If you stayed till the end, I love you. Thank you for taking your time, your energy, and your space to even watch this tonight. Pardon me, I'm burping now. And if you buy the book, thank you. I'm a lot stronger than I've ever been. I know my worth. I know my value. And this is who I am. Come what may. Okay. I love you all.